Coming up on Mountain News this morning, October is almost over, but people are still finding ways to support the fight against breast cancer. And in Eastern Kentucky, folks are staying prepared for disasters with the help of emergency management.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We're just past that 5:30 mark this Monday morning. Let's check in with our old faithful friend, meteorologist Tim Drawbridge, for a look at your forecast this morning.
You're not supposed to make me laugh this morning, Madison, because combination of cold and cheering at a football game, not a good combination for the voice. So apologies for the raspiness. 37 right now. Some fog outside our door here in the heart of Perry County as you make your way along the Hal Rogers. Point south through the Cumberland Valley into northern Tennessee. Kind of the same deal. So pedal off the metal, take the extra time into work and school. Temperatures do vary this morning depending on whether your wind is calmed out or if nonetheless you've picked up a southerly component of the wind, with 40s from Jackson to Moorhead, 42 London, 48 to Jonesville, 50 as you make your way into northern Tennessee. Not much going on locally, just a few clouds, so we end up having high pressure right on top of us. Oh, shucks, providing another beautiful day, right? As we get you out the door, yeah, it's going to be mostly sunny, very pleasant, and a high today later in Hazard, up close to 74. More about your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast in this half hour. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. One person is dead after a two-vehicle crash, and a teenage girl is facing several charges. The crash happened just after midnight on Sunday in Pulaski County. Kentucky State Police say 19-year-old Kaylee Dismuke was driving on US 27 when she hit a moped. The driver of the moped, Dino Collins, was ejected. He was taken to the Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital where he died. Dismuke was arrested and faces a slew of charges, including operating a vehicle under the influence. Officers say alcohol is believed to be a factor. Authorities are investigating a small aircraft crash in Jessamine County. According to the Jessamine County Sheriff's Office, the crash happened around 6 Sunday evening in a field near Ash Grove and involved a single-powered parachute aircraft. Deputies say a man and woman died in the crash. Their names have not yet been released. A preliminary investigation is underway. The Sheriff's Office says the National Transportation Safety Board has been notified of the crash. A nationwide manhunt is underway for a man officials say has ties to Kentucky. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office in Tennessee is asking for your help finding Nicholas Hamlet. He's wanted for murder, deputies say, happened in Tennessee last week. Authorities say Hamlet has ties to Montana, Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, Alaska, and Kentucky. He's 5'7" and 170 pounds. Hamlet is known to use various aliases, including Brandon, Andre. He's considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, police say you should not approach him and you should call 911. Police in Laurel County arrested a federal fugitive on Friday. 34-year-old Erica Mullis was arrested by the London Police Department's Special Investigations Unit. Mullis was found with a large quantity of suspected fentanyl, meth, 2 firearms, and other drug-related items. Mullis was also wanted by the ATF on federal charges and arrested on 2 other warrants for her arrest for contempt of court. She was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. A London man is in jail after he reportedly assaulted a minor. Deputies with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office responded to the incident Thursday. When police arrived at the scene, they noticed that there was a laceration above the victim's eye. Police determined Roderick Collins had hit the minor in the face. Collins was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. In Lawrence County, a woman is behind bars after a shooting that left a man injured in the leg. Police say the incident happened Thursday morning near Maddie Road. When deputies arrived, they found a man with a gunshot wound to the leg. Shonda Osborne was found on the property, and when interviewed, deputies say she admitted to shooting the man during a fight. Osborne was charged with assault, and the man was taken to the hospital and is listed in stable condition. The London Police Department arrested a man after finding stolen firearms and other contraband 40-year-old Jared Cupp is facing a slew of charges following a search warrant of a home. Cupp is charged with receiving stolen property, possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Officers say they are continuing to investigate. A Clay County woman is facing charges after being accused of stealing a side-by-side. Deputies with the Sheriff's Department responded to the call Wednesday. Police say the suspect said they did not know anything about a side-by-side being stolen, but a next-door neighbor knew about where it was possibly located. Police later confirmed that it had been stolen out of Hazard. Brandy Burns was taken to the Clay County Detention Center. Some folks in Harlan County were given weather radios on Friday from Emergency Management. The radios are meant to help folks in the floodplain stay prepared during severe weather. Director of Harlan County Emergency Management, Stephen Lewis, says more people will get radios soon.
We're just coming from Letcher County all down the Port Fork to Harlan, and then we have a large trailer park in Dayhoyt and a trailer park in Tremont that normally flood, just at low, minor flooding, they still flood.
The distribution is happening in 3 phases. The next 2 phases will be announced by Harlan County Emergency Management. A 5th grade student at Pulaski Elementary in Somerset saw the devastation brought on by Hurricane Helene and wanted to act. Owen Zimmerman was watching coverage of the damage in North Carolina when he got an idea that he wanted to help those affected. Zimmerman is a member of the Best Buds Club at school and thought that was a good place to start collecting essential items for the survivors.
As soon as we thought nothing was going to happen, like nothing was going to come, a bunch of things came in and we got a lot of it.
Educators say Zimmerman has set the bar high for both adults and children in the school. This weekend, Whitewater rafters and paddlers in Elkhorn City participated in the 30th Russell Fork Rendezvous. The annual Whitewater adventure fills Ratliff Hole during the weekends throughout October, bringing paddlers from all over to ride the Russell Fork River and camp out at the Breaks Interstate Park. This year's event, which is wrapping up its final weekend, saw more than 100 people register, with proceeds going to help flood recovery efforts in North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia.
We have our festival in Hayside. We had to cancel it this year because of the flooding, but we found it really important to continue our events at Ratliff Hole. And we've had a lot of people that are, involved in the relief effort come up and talk about how wonderful it is to be able to get away, come up here with all their fellow paddlers.
Organizers say the city has been welcoming to the paddlers, and though the event was a bit different this year, they consider it a success. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and while the month might be coming to a close, some local Eastern Kentucky communities are still supporting those in the battle. WYMT's Jack Demler shares one of those stories out of London.
In 2018, Renee Rogers began her battle with breast cancer. 2.5 years later, she learned it became metastatic breast cancer, a battle she is still fighting.
You may think you can't do it, but you can. You just have to remember the Lord is always with you.
On Sunday, community members in Laurel County gathered to show her that she is not fighting alone.
I'm so grateful that so many people have came out and supported her and all the other strong people who are fighting. And I'm just really grateful to have the opportunity to spread awareness and raise money for a really important cause.
Lane Miller organized an event with bake sales, raffles, and a support walk designed to raise money in support of a woman who played a crucial role in her life.
My older sister actually played softball with Renee's granddaughter, so in a way Renee also kind of raised me as a child, so I feel very strongly about breast cancer awareness and wanted to support her in any way possible.
She's a fantastic young lady. I've known her since she's a little bitty.
While the event was in support of Renee Rogers, Miller says the important message is to support everyone in the battle, not just in the month of October.
I think it's important for people to realize that even whenever it's not Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we still need to stand with our sisters who are fighting this horrible battle. And we just really need to uplift and support them even whenever we don't have signs in our faces telling us to wear pink this month.
In London, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Miller says they have a fundraiser through the National Breast Cancer Foundation.org and said they have raised more than $400 in honor of Rogers. When we return, Dolly Parton shows us how big hair and a big personality lead to big honors from the U.S. government.
Waking up to some areas of fog, some areas of frost. How does everything play out today? Yes, mid-40s for some of us cooler than that. All the details with the ARH First Alert 7-day forecast right after this.